धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
He comes from a lineage of great sages, yogis, and saints from India. He began his spiritual journey at the age of 7 and was fully realized by the age of 14. During this time, he delved into different practices and acquired mastery over Tantra, Mantra, Yantra, Aghori practices, and Yaksha sadhana. He was a siddha and many masters, saints, and sages used to visit him in solitude to gain wisdom and guidance from him since the tender age. Although he has been helping humanity since childhood, he never disclosed this part of him to the world, and only the advanced yogis and masters were aware of his divine presence. Only in the last 2 years he chose few people from the world and started guiding them in their spiritual paths, and those who have been closely associated with him have witnessed many miracles in his presence. Despite being a family person, he is a yogi and intends to help people entangled in this world achieve Jivan Mukti, liberation while being alive. He is truly in the world but not of the world, and if you really want to understand him, look him beyond his physical appearance and just sit with him and you will never be the same again. In his presence you will transcend your body and mind and experience the state of Sat, absolute truth, Chit, pure consciousness, Ananda, eternal bliss. Let us fold our hands in front of his divinity and with a heart filled with gratitude and love welcome our spiritual guru, the realized soul, and our enlightened master, Guru Meenakshi Mishra.
ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अहं ब्रह्मास्मि। So good evening everyone. स्वागत है आप सभी का to this Wednesday Q&A session. So good to see that Revati ji is ready with her questions. Kamlinder ji also ready with her questions. Good. So let's begin then. So Revati ji, please go ahead and unmute.
Pranam Guruji, I had mentioned on Sunday that I would ask my question on Wednesday.
That's amazing.
So I've really been waiting. And I think this manifestation is such a great tool that I think anything you manifest probably comes true. The question that I wanted to ask you that day, I never thought that I would actually experience something related to that question, and it actually happened. So let me tell you, and my question is very simple. When right from childhood, we have always been told that don't speak anything bad because you never know at what time God is saying tathastu. So always say good things. It's what my parents have taught me. So always worry when I say something which is not correct, that oh God, I hope God has not said tathastu. Now I run multiple enterprises. So I meet a lot of people. There are various arguments which happen, various problems that happen in the worldly world. There are problems which are immense. And people do get upset. People do, speak badly. People do a lot of things. What happens when somebody actually turns around and curses you and your children and your family and everything? Then after hearing that, I just feel, oh my God, has God really said Tathastu at that point of time? And is all of that going to happen to me? Such a thing happened with me yesterday. I spent a sleepless night. I could not get up and do my chanting, my meditation, nothing. I missed everything this morning. And I was very upset. And I said, the only way that I could get my answer, whether God did say Tathastu that time and really those things will happen to me, leave aside me. In business, it's me. Why should somebody curse my children? And in my own mind, I said to myself when I heard that, never mind, God will forgive him. And I said that and I left it. How do I deal with this? I really felt bad. I felt very bad and I felt very upset. And I do hope that I may have caused a lot of pain to him in business. Maybe, that's why he said what he said. Why would somebody come and say like that? But all the same, these things are not in my hand too. I'm not doing it purposely. So, does it really happen that somebody curses you and God says Tathastu, then wo sab mere saath ho jayega?
So, wow. I have already received your answer in the morning, so I'm ready for that. So, it's
You
going to
received
be
my
easy.
answer.
One statement and you are out of that misery altogether.
How?
How? So, let me elaborate then. Do you think all the people are so sagely people that whenever they are speaking, God is saying Tathastu, the first thing? Then just think of the curse that people are giving to God. What would have happened to him by now?
Yeah.
So first of all, first and foremost thing in this world, the age that you are living, which we call as the Yuga of the Kali. Here, curses don't manifest so easily until the person who is giving that curse is of that kind of realm. Have you heard that story of a very famous story of Akbar and Birbal? Birbal ki khichdi. Have you heard that story or not?
Yes, I have.
So can you put a candle down below and above that 6 feet up, you put a pot and the rice will be cooked?
Mhm.
So that's where we are standing. People think they're cursing, but what kind of power they have to curse? Because curse is also a very, very powerful thing. First of all, you should have that kind of heat to pass on that heat. You should have that kind of power to pass on that power. So that was one way of looking at it. That means be rest assured that 99.9% of the curses won't work. So that gives you a 99.9% relief. Now I'm going to give you that half 0.5% that is left out. Even you will get out of that.
Please do.
I will say one statement. Okay. The universe whispered, change to a new frequency and I am ready to bring miracles in your life.
Okay.
What did I mean by that? What did the universe whisper? The universe whispered, just start vibrating at a new frequency and I am ready to bring miracles into your life. That means when the person actually gave you a curse, even though, who asked you to accept it?
Exactly. I
So you
remembered your
went-
ball story. I remembered your.
when he said that, you accepted that, you catched that frequency and you started vibrating in that frequency. And because you vibrated in that frequency, you had a sleepless night. One statement. Another statement. What you think or say about me is none of my business. So now tell me, which frequency are you in?
I want to be in that powerful frequency of saying to myself that I am divinely protected. That's what I want to be there.
I was talking to Deepika ji some time ago. She had a very typical question. I said, you should have asked this in the group. People would have got liberation out of that. But I shared one thing to her. When you say like you are protected by the divine, I want to add something very powerful to that. In certain religious texts, especially in Christianity and all those things, they say if you do good, you reach to the kingdom of God. I say, I don't need to reach to the kingdom of God because I'm already in the kingdom of God. Who created all this? So whose kingdom is this? Where should I go? I am already in the kingdom of God. I was born through human, but to God. Can you believe in those words? मैं इंसानों के घर तो पैदा हुआ, लेकिन भगवान के लिए पैदा हुआ. I was never born as a human. The people, those who don't understand their own selves, they don't realize their own potential and power, they think they are human. Because you just came through a human body, that doesn't mean that you are a human. So I was born through human, but to God. So where are you now? What did I say? Change your frequency.
Correct.
What did we do by that? First of all, you were feeling miserable out there. because you are vibrating at a lower frequency there. Which frequency he wants to drag you down, you got dragged into that.
He managed that, yeah.
So that means he sold you a very good story.
क्या होता है बच्चों का जिक्र आता है ना, so then you get upset, no? So I mean, I got upset. So I have to get myself up there to not get affected by all this.
Now just think of, if all the curses worked, would there have been a world still today running?
Yeah.
Because every single thing people curse. Roads are not good, curse. Food
Absolutely.
is not good, curse. Salt is less, curse. Husband not listening, curse. Wife going too much of shopping, curse. Boss shouting, curse. Student not listening, curse. I'm asking to help me, nobody is helping, curse. Then this should not have been called a world, this should have been called a hell.
Yeah. So I called him back and I spoke to him and I said, "Ye kya hai?" I said, "Why do you behave like that?" I said, "We're all good human beings. हो जाती है गलती. It's okay. We're all doing businesses together." Anyway, the phone was banged and I decided not to get involved with any conversation. But yes, I did spend a sleepless night. So it was not okay.
So if you have not slept throughout the night and you have already gone through a sleepless night, now you have to promise something to yourself. Providing you a full sleep night, or promise to yourself that keeping yourself happy is your permanent job, nobody else's.
I agree with you. I have to do that.
No, you don't have to do it. You just accept it, what your truth is.
And having, my story, so having gone through all of that, I feel, ye kya hai? Why was I so unhappy? It's so silly. I should just, I shouldn't have got affected like that. But because bachon ka naam liya na, so I got a little hassled. So that's the weak point. So
That means, can you see where you are stuck?
in children, Maya.
Shall I tell a story about this Maya then? बहुत सारे लोग फंसे हुए हैं इसमें.
Yes, please do.
सब निकलते आज. बहुत सारे लोग बहुत सारे सवाल पूछ चुके हैं इसको लेके. Now something struck me with it. I think this story is appropriate for all. Majority of us. कुछ लोग already saint हैं, so they don't have to worry. All the worldly people still है. So there was a person who thinks like he is all alone. Nobody thinks about him. Nobody cares about him. Nobody likes him. And he thinks not only my family and friends, even my enemies have abandoned me. I am all alone. As per his thinking, he was thinking like that he is all alone. And he was very irritated with that. Why nobody is listening to me? Why nobody is asking about me? Why nobody is thinking about me? Why everybody is treating me in a very desperate, typical way? Anybody felt like that for a moment in their lives? Don't worry, let the story complete. Because the starting of the story might not be yours, but the middle of the story might be yours, and the end of the story might be for all of us. So he was feeling pathetic about himself that nobody is caring about it. And wherever he goes, everybody just throw them away. Like, you don't belong here, go somewhere else, kind of thing. So one fine day he went out and he said, enough is enough, and let me leave this world. So in search of committing what should not be committed, he entered into a forest. And while in the forest, he was about to jump into a river, which was flowing very speed. That very moment, he heard a teacher speaking to his students who were meditating. So when all of them were meditating, one of the students asked that moment, Teacher, why do we meditate? What does meditation do to us? Then he was a little interested. Okay, let me hear what they are saying. Then the teacher said, meditation makes you alone. ध्यान आपको अकेला कर देता है. It makes you alone. He was saying like, oh wow, so happy. I am already alone. So he goes towards the teacher and he says, wow, what a statement you said. I have never heard this. But if you say that meditation does everyone alone, I can be your best student. The teacher said, why do you say so? Now you see, your students have to meditate to become or experience that aloneness. I am already experiencing it without meditation. How many of you already experience aloneness without meditation? The teacher says, that's quite a good way of looking at it. Why do you say so? No, everybody has abandoned me. The teacher said, well and fine. You have got that without meditation. What to do? Then that fellow says, I want to stay with you because I am done with this world and I want to become your student. Then when he asked that I want to become your student, the teacher said, why do you want to become my student? He said, no, I want to really understand so many things. Many of us say that, right? I want to understand how, who am I, how to realize God, how to go into the path of spirituality and learn the dimensions and all those things, right? So the Guru said, okay, fine, I'm ready to take you. But why have you brought so many people along with you? You say you're all alone, but why have you brought so many people along with you? Then for a moment, he looks behind him and he says, where? There are no one. I have come alone. मैं अकेले ही आया हूं, कोई मेरे साथ नहीं आया था. आप किसके साथ आए थे? With whom have you come to this world? Hello. You were so worried that somebody said something to your kids. You are worried somebody said something to you. So you are worried something said something to your grandson, granddaughter, relative, far relative, near relative, close friend, far off friend. Who came with you? Did anybody came with you? None. So why are you moving with so many people? But don't worry, the story doesn't end here. But that statement itself is an awakening statement. What did he say? मैं तो अकेले ही आया था. आप भी अकेले ही आए थे. रिश्ते तो यहाँ बनाए हो. You have created those relationships here. Where were those relationships ever? None of them was there. How many years are you worried about that relationship? 50 years, 60 years, 70, 100? Not more than that, right? Can you be more worried than that? So you have done a temporary contract that I am going to be worried for you for these many years. Right? But the story continues. And he says, no one is there. But the teacher says, I can see so many people along with you. You are not alone. I cannot take so many people. He was just flabbergasted in that moment. He didn't know. He was standing aghast, like, what are you saying? Then the teacher says, okay, fine. I will give you 30 days time. You can stay with me for 30 days. And in these 30 days, if you allow those people to go away, then only you can stay with me. How about we going for a challenge like that? A 30-day challenge. A 30-day challenge where you will not be with anyone, you will not bring anyone with you, you will be absolutely coming and sitting here alone with me. Anybody takes the challenge? You will not come along with anyone, but alone. Can you dare? See, here itself, you are carrying so many people along with you. अरे मैंने अगर सब कुछ छोड़ दिया तो उनका क्या होगा? What will happen to them? I say, if you don't leave them, what is going to happen to you? You say that what is going to happen to them. I am asking what will happen to you if you don't leave them. Quite a question to think on. Why did they said me like that? They said, but why are you carrying them on your head? Now, he said, okay, fine. 30 days is good enough. I can prove because I'm already alone. I don't know what you are seeing. So the first day to meditation. Early morning, the teacher goes to the newly inducted student, right? Induction programs chalte hai na? So the newly inducted student, and the first morning he goes and he looks at him. Hey, what are you doing with so many people? Whom with you are talking to? Now again, this fellow, he looks around like that. No one is there. This person must be mad. No one is there. I'm not talking. What is he saying that I'm talking to someone? He says, you see, no one is there. The teacher says this. Is that so? He said, yes. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's meditate. And when he sat down to meditate, his legs went numb. Then he was thinking about something else. Then he was feeling hungry. First day of meditation. The teacher said, no worries. As much time you can sit, just sit. You can walk around and come back and sit again. So don't worry. Goes. Second day. Again the teacher comes. Arey, today you have more people. How many times I have told that you should not bring people here? And why are you shouting so loudly? Everybody is getting disturbed. Again, this fellow puts a hand on his head, looks around like, who I am talking to? None of them are there. And why I'm not seeing anyone? You are only able to see me. Is there any problem with my eyes or what? The teacher says, okay, no problem. Let's go meditate. The second day he goes to meditate, not able to meditate. The teacher asked, what happened? No, you have given a solution for the first problem. So when the leg is getting numb, I just walk around and I sit and it's okay, done. Then he said, what is the problem today? The problem today is I am not able to focus. And the teacher said, okay, fine. Today's lesson. What do you have to do? Now focus on your breath. सांसों पे ध्यान दे दो. ये word क्या है? ध्यान दो. Bring a focus. Right? Focus on what? See, when you meditate, you not only focus on your breath, you also focus on what is not allowing you to focus on your breath. Are you getting that? जब आप ध्यान करते हो, आपको सिर्फ सांसों के ऊपर ध्यान नहीं करना है, आपको ये भी ध्यान देना है कि क्या मुझे सांसों के ऊपर ध्यान देने नहीं दे रहा है. The teacher said, okay, fine. You're not able to keep a focus. So just focus on your breath. Okay, fine. Another day. The teacher comes and he says, oh, you have created a mess around here. Because of you, all the others are also getting disturbed. Now this fellow was scratching his head. He says, again, nobody is there. Why this old fellow always speaks like that, that I am coming with people along with me? There is no one. Teacher says, okay, fine, let's go. But how about your focus today? He goes and meditates. And today he was able to focus. But at the end of that, in the evening, when he meets the teacher, he says, I have encountered one more problem today. The teacher says, what's the problem? Now, the problem is now I am able to focus on my breath. I'm able to meditate a little bit, but I'm falling asleep. I don't know what is happening, but when I'm meditating, I'm able to focus on my breath. But after focusing certain time, I am dozing off. How many of you doze off? Good. So I'm dozing off, so I don't know. The teacher says, okay, let's talk about that tomorrow in the morning. And this time he said, this time the teacher came with a stick in his hand and says, how many times I have told you not to bring those people along with you? And this time, if you don't send those people away, I'm going to beat you up. Now again, he looks around like, I think I should go and get my eyes checked. This old fellow is able to see everyone. The only person is me who is not seeing the people. Then he says, but I don't see anyone. The teacher says, okay, close your eyes. Focus. Now tell me what all you see. He said, means, now what you are not able to see with your eyes open, try to see with your eyes closed. And let me know who all do you see. And now when he closes his eyes, he suddenly starts seeing the face of his mother, the face of the father, the neighbor, the person who cursed him, the person with whom he had a fight, the person who said that you are not good, the person who said him you are not good for nothing, the person who cheated him, the person who was an enemy to him. Everybody's face was coming and he was describing. Now suddenly he felt a beating on himself. He shouted, oh teacher, somebody is beating me while my eyes are closed. He said, you fool, open your eyes. Nobody else is beating. I am beating you. Now he said, then why are you beating? Now did you saw all those people? And now did you realize you have never come alone to me? And until you come alone, until you become alone, until you realize asango nirvikalpo nirakara rupo, you will always look like alone, yet surrounded by people to drag you again back into the Maya. Many of you ask me a question, why I fall back into the world again and again and again, despite listening, understanding, experiencing. Again, after 2 hours, I fall back into the place because you carry too many people, those who can drag you down back. I ask you, be alone for a certain time, not by leaving the house, but not allowing anyone to enter your house. Then you will realize that all that is, no one is there around me. None of them is around me now. But I am the one who is carrying them around. And the day I keep that away, I will be free of that burden. I will be free of my attachments. And always remember, you came alone. So be alone. Do your duty. Take care of everything. But none of them should affect you in any way. नहीं तो अकेलेपन में रह जाओगे, एकांत में नहीं जा पाओगे. So Revati ji, You carried that person on your head throughout the night. That's why you had a sleepless night. Have you seen a king or a queen who wear a crown? It's heavy. It's not only heavy because of the metal it is built, it is heavy because of the responsibilities that they carry because of that crown. So when they go to sleep, what do? They remove the crown. When the crown might be so heavy, just think of what the weight of that person might be. So remove your worries. If you are wearing a golden crown, I can understand, but many of us are wearing a crown of thorn, a pricky one. Remember to take it off before going to sleep. And try today and let us know how you slept. Got it? So I believe
Yes, I got it, and I will sleep very well today. So, yeah, I'm enlightened with your guidance.
so we will go along with her and we will give you a certificate that she is enlightened now.
Okay.
Chalo, thank you so much. Kamlender ji.
प्रणाम गुरुदेव।
प्रणाम, बोलिए।
प्रणाम गुरुदेव, आवाज आ रही है ना?
यस।
गुरुदेव, मेरे को सिर्फ एक ही क्वेश्चन था मेरा, ये शिव रुद्राष्टकम जो है उसका पढ़ने का सही टाइम क्या रहता है?
शिवाष्टकम? See, Shiva is a yogi, right? So if you want to appreciate the yogi, you should do it in the early morning hours.
अच्छा, जैसे मैं ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में पूजा करता हूँ,
हाँ,
मतलब मेरा 4:45 बजे शुरू हो जाता है, 6:30 बजे तक फ्री हो जाता हूँ मैं।
that's
तो वो
enough.
ठीक है टाइम?
That's a good time, no problem.
अच्छा,
Because संध्या 3 संध्याएं होती है ना हमारी. So 3 sandhya, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. But in Tantra also there is a 4th sandhya that happens in the late night. But in all these 4 things, 4 different kind of form of deities are being worshipped. For example, if I take the example of Gayatri, in the morning you do a puja of Brahmani. In the afternoon you do the puja of Vaishnavi. In the evening you do the puja of Rudrani. So these are the 3 types. It is the same goddess in a 3 different form. So when you are talking about Rudrastakam, either you can do it in the morning hours or you can even do it in the evening.
Okay.
So it is not an issue because Shiva is the only one who doesn't care about rules. And he has broken all the rules actually. So for that, if you really ask me, when should you can chant now also, no problem.
Okay.
But yes, as per our convenience, because we think like, okay, in the morning hours, if we do that, it's good. In the evening hours, we do it good. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. So that's it.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kamlender ji. So that's it. So thank you. And today we just had 2 questions. All the questions are done. Now you are free. I am also free. So let's close the session for today. Okay. So people don't want to end the session, I believe. Okay. Aliwaji, is it your question or is it the question of Ayushi?
Har Har Mahadev.
Har Ghar Mahadev.
Har Ghar Mahadev. Ghar Ghar Mahadev.
Boliye.
One, I raised hand so that the session doesn't end.
Wow. So then these people will keep on raising their hands. And we will keep on going.
इतनी जल्दी नहीं. And the other is, if you feel it is appropriate, then I'll ask, because my daughter has been asking this. I don't know where she's getting that question, but
Obviously from you.
so she asks, and I sort of represent her here. Ki, I don't understand. How is it that all the devas and the devis appear in me, and I feel like I'm like a consolidation of all of them, and that especially happens when I sleep and they all appear, right? So I'm perplexed. I'm just wondering, how does it all happen, and why do I feel that Brahma, Mahesh, Mahadev, Vishnu, and all, whatever she knows, and especially Sri Batuk Bhairav and Tripur Sundari, she keeps on taking these names and asks that I see all of them in all of you, but they just appear to me when I sleep. Do you also see? Because you sleep next to me, so do you also see them, or is it just me? That's all, Mahadev. I don't know what
her query is.
Hmm.
So first of all, I will start with what you said. I raised my hand so that the session doesn't end. I'll start from there. At times, I believe like you people have understood everything, but yet acting so that I don't run away. Somehow I feel that. You want to continue the show. Keep on continuing the show, right? So I believe you have raised the hand. So the people are also raising their hand. Acha, iska kya, uska kya, uska kya. Okay, so that's how we understand why people do that. Next, her question. Why does she see so many things? Just tell her one thing. You see them because they come to see you. It's as simple as that. Because you cannot make a kid understand. Just tell her you see them because they come to see you. Now her question will be, why do they come to see me? Tell her because they want to befriend you. They want to become your friends. Why do they want to become my friends? Tell her they want to become your friends so that you can play with them. You see, you have been at home for the last 2 years and you see like many of your friends are not playing with you. So they come to play with you. And then you can say, I have made some great arrangements with Mahadev. He said you are never going to be alone. So all of them will be there around you, guiding you, supporting you, playing with you, singing with you, dancing with you. That's why you see all of them. And then she might be asking you like, why are you able to see that? You say they only come when I sleep. Because I might stop you from playing with them. That's why they come when I go to sleep. But it is good that you are awake and they come to play with you. And what you have to learn from them? Learn one thing. Become friends to those who don't have a friend. Become a god to those who don't have a god. Become a helping hand to some, those who don't have a helping hand. Now it is your choice and chance to become like them. So go become like them. Now, what kind of blessing will you pass on to your kids in this way? And when you pass on that kind of blessing to your kids, how would their lives be? Because when we say you are not good enough, we also say that the God is not standing for you. But when I say that gods are standing for you, what do I do to them? I absolutely change everything for them. And not for today, not for tomorrow, but for a lifetime. So if that is the case, you should be happy. Can't you see what kind of write-ups you have been writing? Even though you have written in Hindi, even Shiva Guruji don't understand it properly, but still he says, I didn't understood what you have written completely in Hindi, but it makes so much of sense. So you see, you have to find not the tragic, you have to find the magic in everything. And create that magic for your kids, because people, like kids, love magic. You know how you should play with them? When she says, like, I'm seeing Batuk. Okay, so say like this and say, oh, Batuk, appear in front of my mother now. And then you say, oh, I'm not able to see it. But she will say, no, I am seeing it. Where? Run and catch him. And then you will realize how the divine plays in your house, but we are not able to see because we are too much filled with already the things that is so very dark in front of us, and we are not able to see it. But the kids being pure at heart, and who knows, they are not coming. We might be discussing, what about they might be there, they might be seeing them, they might be understanding it. So bless them in that way. And anyways, if the divinity doesn't want its presence to be felt, can anyone feel its presence? And if they are feeling that, act of God. You see, Shiva Guruji by your side, another appeared. Oh, you see, he is in two places. One is in yellow, one is in orange. So, Alivaji, go ahead and tell all that to Ayushi that I said. Tell that Mahadev has spoken in that way, and that's what you take for your life.
Absolutely.
So kids are kids. You not only bring magic into their lives, you bring magic to your lives as well. And shall I put a bolt on that so that you people never forget it? Not for only children, but for your own self as well. एक final कांटा लगा दो उसके ऊपर. A final hit. So the final hit is, Ayushi, I've already given your answers. Your mom will tell that to you.
Yes.
And anyways, your mom is good at writing all those. So the final hit for everyone in this room, listen to this very carefully. It might again be an eye-opener to all of us. We all know, like last Sunday, we were talking about many things about Hanuman. After that, many of you might have experienced so many things about that Hanuman also. You might have seen something, experienced something. Hua hai. People have been sending me messages over messages. My thing is, how did the monkeys, the soldiers, how did they cross over the sea? Samandar kaise par kiye? Alivaji, please unmute and tell me. Or if anybody wants to enlighten, I'm ready. How did they go?
The Setu Band?
The Setu?
Huh.
Okay. Why did the stones float?
Because Ram was written on it.
Have you ever understood one beautiful thing about that? That when you are ready to cross over the ocean, Ram is ready to be at your feet.
Wow.
क्या हुआ? धक्का लगा ना? राम के नाम के ऊपर चढ़ के चले गए, किसी को बुरा नहीं लगा। और हमने लास्ट टाइम कहा कि इफ यू वांट टू वॉक आई एम गोइंग टू बी द रोड, नो 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 नो, हाउ यू कैन बी द रोड। अरे राम खुद पैर के नीचे था। Because it is not the greatness of any person who is not ready to lie down on somebody's feet to raise them up. And how beautifully it is understood that if you are ready to go beyond this Maya of this world, even Ram is ready to become the stone under your feet. And one more thing, if you thought this was the bolt, I am giving another one then. The next one is, many walked over it. They never realized who was floating. Second, many walked over it. How many of them knew the depth of the ocean? They just walked over it. They never knew the depth of the ocean. Because a monkey would not have been able to measure the depth of the ocean, neither swim through the ocean. या तो राम आपके चरणों के नीचे होंगे और आप उसके ऊपर चल के जाओगे, या तो राम आपके मुंह में होंगे जिसको लेके आप उड़ के चले जाओगे. Either he should be at your feet or it should be in your mouth. Either you walk or you fly. And when you do that, you don't have to enter into the depth of the ocean. Means you don't have to get into the nitty-gritties of this worldly affair. The problems of daily life won't bother you because you need not go and drown into that ocean. You will walk over it. How many of us realize that? None of us. And you will also never realize like how you actually crossed over the ocean. You will never realize that. But the only thing here you have to remember is who was floating, on whom you put your legs and you crossed it over. And you know the best part of it? The one who knows the depth of the ocean can float. So, I always look at that image of Sumaji and all the lotus leaves behind her. She looks like as if she's floating there. So Alivaji, go enlighten your daughter now. So allow her not to get into this world. Let all those deities become the bridge on which she walks. Let her live her life that way. Anything better you could have given? Any better toy? Just think of Batuk playing around. Huh? Just think of Bal Hanuman jumping around in your house. What better toy could you have bought? This is the gift of divinity, I can say. This is the gift of your sadhana. This is the gift of your chantings. This is the gift. It's not, none of it is my doing, it's your doing. You are creating a temple, so gods have to reside in that. आप मंदिर बनाओगे तो भगवान रहेंगे. किसी ने कहा कि हमारे कोई पड़ोस के आए थे, उन्होंने घर देखा, बोला आपका घर तो मंदिर जैसा लग रहा है. मैं बोला मैं ही तो भगवान हूं. They could not understand, so I didn't elaborate it. For a moment, they went into a frenzy. What did I said? But I didn't repeated that. I said it's not a thing of asking, it's not a thing of seeing, it's a thing of experiencing. Good enough? Now, why are you dancing? You found an expression, right? Which feels like dancing. Yes, absolutely. So remember, there are a lot of things in this world that will come. But remember, it was the thorns because of which the rose was able to bloom. And it is because of the rose the thorns are required. And when you look at your life, I was talking to Shakshi today and I said one statement to her. I said, don't look at my body. You won't like it because it is all scarred. इसके ऊपर बहुत सारे scars है. Don't look at my body. You will not like it because it is filled with scars. Look at my souls, where you will find the reality behind the scars and how they were created to create and save something beautiful. Don't look at my body, you won't like it because it is filled with scars. And now go and check my soul. There you will find the answers, how those scars were made in order to safeguard a beauty. So shall we look at you or shall we look at the one who is actually dancing within you? Of course, the other one is better. Undoubtedly, unquestionably. Har Har Mahadev.
Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev.
So, I believe I was able to answer her question. Rather than her query, I have answered. So go. Everybody just check down whether Ram is there. Good. And remember, you are walking in the kingdom of God. I was checking that. Yeah, Rani, thank you for being there. So Alivaji, I was saying something. I was looking my hands. Okay, you saw the photo and you people were so worried. It actually, when I was looking at my hands today, I said, like, just for doing it for 382 people, all this happened. How much and what would have happened to the hands of God for taking care of for so many of us? He might have scratched his hand while creating that rose because the thorns have to be there. He might have cut his hands while preparing those mountains for you because so that you can enjoy the beauty. He might have slipped and fallen, dragged, bruised while creating the valleys for you. He might have rolled, drenched, gotten wet so that you can enjoy the rain. We see all this that he has done. We are worried about our pain and problems. But I never thought what all he might have gone through to create all these for me. कभी सोचा है? Have you ever thought in that way? Now, wherever you go, you look everything and you will see what all he has done for me. The beautiful cloud, a blossoming tree, the smell in the air itself, the river, the oceans, the food on my plate, the house that I live, the people that I have all around. When you see all that, you see the magic. You see the hand of God working always in tandem with you. So, Alivaji.
Mahadev, I had a request. If you allow me a minute, I want to share something.
You need not request me. You need to request all the other people, those who are here today, all the gods in the house.
All the gods in the house, I have a request.
So the DJ has a request for all the gods in the house.
And this is for our Mahadev on what he just said, the scorching sun and the Anushthan that he did for all of us. I hope I'm able to complete these few lines because something within is choking.
So we will do a cheerleading for you, so don't worry.
शिव भोले मेरे कितने प्यारे है सारे जग के यही रखवाले दुर्गम रात हो या प्रखर दिन कोई शिव भक्ति से सुगम बने राह सभी जनहित प्रभु को यूं भाए खुद हाथ जलाकर भक्तों के मान बढ़ाए हे शिव मेरे महादेव ये करुणा है कितनी अनोखी कभी ना कोई दर्द हो मेरे शिव को दिन रजनी प्रभु की सेवा कर पाऊं यूं रेणु बन मिल जाऊं शिव बन शिव धुन ही गाऊं शिवोहम 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 Mahadev, Mahadev.
Thank you. All know how Ram turned a stone into Ahalya. Nobody knows how many stones Ram became to allow those to cross over. Thank you, Alivaji. So now you have to transcribe that into English as well for the people, those who are not very familiar with your Hindi words, because at times you really use some good Hindi words in that. So thank you. Usha ji, doesn't it seem like Alivaji is possessed? जैसे आपके अंदर कभी कोई माता आ जाती है ना, वैसा ही लग रहा है कोई आ गया है उनके अंदर. She is just writing every single day. We are not posting in the group every single day. She is posting minimum 1 to 3 songs to me every single day, and each is better than the other. I have stopped counting them, and I have stopped comparing them more than that. Because whom to whom comparison? Absolutely. Aparavji, engulfed. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mahadev.
Thank you, Alivaji. Anubhaji, are you there?
Pranam, sir.
Pranam,
Very much,
Anubhaji.
Sir, I had a question about a vision I had few days back.
Yes.
Now, I got into meditation much later in life, like in my 20s. But even when I was a kid, I used to see things as dreams. Back then, I never meditated, but in my dreams, I used to see things. And my parents are, I mean, they don't believe much in spirituality or God, but those visions used to be so compelling that unless we act upon them, unless we take an action upon them, I used to continue seeing them, and I used to distinctively remember them after waking up, even as a kid.
Okay.
And I describe them as if I have lived those moments. So one of the visions I'll just quickly share. So during Navratri,
Anuvaji, your voice, can you please check your mic again? Is it the case with me only, or others are also not able to hear? Okay. So Anuvaji, can you please check your mic once? Okay.
I think
Now the voice is there. Please go ahead.
yeah. So I don't know till where you could hear me. So yeah, in some of those dreams I distinctively remembered, and I would narrate them next day to my parents as if I have actually lived those moments. And I would quickly narrate one of those visions that I still remember, one of those dreams that I still remember.
Sure.
So during Navaratri, some people I've seen that in temples that they offer pumpkins to the goddess. So in one of the dreams, I just saw that one of those pumpkins was kept in the containers in my kitchen. And I told this to my mother the next day. So she just asked somebody, and they said that maybe you forgot, you've asked.
Again, the voice went off. Can you please check? Still not there, Anuvaji.
Science and logic, and I never really believed in my own dreams and visions later in life. So I never really acted upon what I saw, thinking I don't know if it's going to be true or what it is. But later in life, when today I look back at those dreams, I definitely think that had I listened to God back then, whatever he was trying to tell me in my dreams, maybe I would have been better off today. And yeah, then I got into spirituality, and I do get visions now. I don't get dreams, but I get visions, or after meditation, I feel the presence in the form of fragrance. At times, even with open eyes, I do see things. But few days back, and I distinctively remember this dream. I got this dream that I was I was running after a lady who was doing a lot of good things for people. There was one evil lady who was doing a lot of evil things to people, and then there was this very good lady who was recuperating them, recovering them from whatever evil the other lady had done. So I was going after this good person, and for some reason or the other, I could not make her to sit with me and talk and whatever I was wanting to do with her. So then I lost her, and there was a row of houses. And then I called some of my friends. Though those are very old friends, I'm not in touch with them anymore. But I just called them and I told them that I need to meet this person. Can you please come along with me? So they said, yeah, okay, we'll come. And then suddenly I saw myself standing in the middle of the road, and all my friends, for some reason or the other, they gave one excuse or the other, and they went inside those houses. And for few seconds, I was left absolutely alone on that road, and it was dark. And then a hand comes. It was a man, and he takes me inside, like on the other side of the road there was a small room kind of a thing, and he takes me over there, and he just stands in front of me. And I can even I will not be able to explain, but I can easily tell you how he looked like: tall, fair, and I even remember the features exactly. And that person, he just kept looking at me, and then suddenly I heard that my friends came out of the houses, and I told him that now my friends are out, so you need to go back because I need to meet that lady. And then he did not tell me anything before leaving apart from his name. And he used the word Zubair. I don't know what this means. And I asked a lot of friends who follow Islam that, is there any God that you have with this name? I tried searching on the internet. I don't know what this means. So
Okay. So Anuvaji, there are two ways of looking at it. One is the way of Freud. You might have
okay.
heard of Freud, like his philosophy was to decode the dreams.
Yeah. No, I've not heard of him, but maybe now that you've mentioned him, I'll maybe read up or something.
So Freud, all his philosophy, majority of it was dealing with like decoding the dreams that you people see. However, it can help you at times, and at times it creates more problem for that, because that philosophy was in that way. Okay.
Yeah.
So let us try another way of it. Let us face reality. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You might get freedom from your dreams. That's what we are thinking about. So can you exactly tell me, when did you see this?
I was very
You are
disturbed.
sitting, you are
No,
standing,
I
you
was
are sitting, you are lying down, you are sleeping. What was the
sleeping,
state?
deep sleep.
In deep sleep. So the questions will be very typical for all the our other people, those who have gone through the 9-day meditation. It would be very easy for them to understand. So let me tell you, Anuvaji, one thing. Okay. When you are dreaming, is there a possibility that I can enter your dream and
Yeah.
see what you are dreaming?
Oh, okay, like that.
Yes. So that's what, no, we said, like, we will face it. Is it possible for anyone to enter your dream and tell what exactly you are dreaming? Even the most sophisticated scientific devices, they might indicate that you are seeing this, but they cannot tell exactly what you are seeing. Can they?
No, I
No.
don't think.
Okay. So let alone the sophisticated devices, can any human enter into your dream?
No.
No, not possible. Very good. It is very simple, na? So till now it is simple. Now the complication begins. Now tell me one thing. When you are dreaming, nobody can enter into your dreams. Now tell me, who became you? Who became that person? Who became your friends? Who became that street? Who became that good lady? Who became that bad lady? When nobody else can enter into your dream, now tell me, who all became this?
I don't think I'm getting you.
No, just put a little pressure out there on your mind. You will get your answer. It is not difficult. It looks complicated, but it is very simple. We understood the first law. Nobody can enter into my dreams. That means nobody else is in my dreams.
Yeah.
So who became all that? That good lady, that bad lady, that person, my friends, me, the road, the street, the house. Who became all that characters?
Maybe that good lady was God, and I was searching for God. And
Okay.
maybe the person.
Don't worry. Whatever you feel you are understanding, you just speak that. No worries. We are not judging you. You just speak whatever you want to speak. So you think the good lady is God that you were trying to reach out. So he came in that form. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What the next?
I don't know why I saw those friends, because I'm no longer in touch with them.
Very good. Next.
The person who did come, maybe it was God's message that maybe you're looking for me somewhere else, and I am
Okay.
this person. I mean, I'm
So,
here.
so let me introduce you to God.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
will you allow me?
Yes, please.
Very good. So all that you saw in your dream, again, going back to the basic, nobody else can enter in my dream. So all that I have is my own mind. Only one mind or not?
Yeah.
And now this mind has become me. The same mind has become my friend. The same mind has become Zubaid. The same mind has become my friends. The same mind has become the street. The same mind has become the houses and everything that I saw. Now just think of, if you can create so many things, and how much time did it took for you to build this?
Uh, I was dreaming for quite a while, I believe.
Very good. So can you tell me how much time did it really took for you to dream? And can you tell me from where all the ingredients that you brought and you created all these things?
I'll tell you what I was going through.
Anuvaji, we understand like you are going through a certain phase in that dream. But my question is very basic. My basic question is, from where did you got all the raw materials to create your friends, to create the road, to create the houses, to create those two ladies? Where did you got those elements from?
I don't know.
You don't know. But yet you created them without knowing or not?
Yeah. But apart from two
and
friends,
all of it.
Sorry.
Yeah, and all of it was you?
Yeah.
Acting differently? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Who can act differently and create everything in an instant?
Oh.
Who?
God.
Then who are you?
Okay.
Can you see the God says okay? When it is introduced to himself, he starts denying it. How can I be God is the next question. No, you are doing all that. Now just think of Anuvaji, the same thing. I create everything in front of you, just like this, and I create a house, your friends, that good lady, bad lady, Jibed, road, street, mountain, hill. I create all that. What would you call me?
God.
And you are doing that, and you deny yourself to be that. Don't worry, Anuvaji. You are in this group now. You slowly, it will get, you will have that opening into that realm altogether. This is just the first one that you got the hit with. And everyone in this room actually was in the same realm. But after being here for a certain time, they laugh. Just look at the people on your screen whom you can see. And everyone is laughing. You see why they are laughing. They are realizing something. Oh, ye to mere saath bhi hua tha. And can you see all these gods, those who were in shock at that time, are the laughing gods now. And Anuvaji, just hold on. Don't get worried about your dreams. You just saw a dream. Don't get worried about the dream. See who created the dream. What power is there within me that is able to create so many things with just by a click? I just close my eyes and everything is appearing. Where did you brought it from? That means there is some power already within you which is having all the sources of energy, but you are not able to tap it because you are doing it unconsciously. But if you have the same kind of power that you have the powers in your dreams, can you fly right now through the wall? You cannot. But in your dream, do you find trouble flying through a wall?
No.
No. That means in the realm of my dream, I am not bound by time, space. That means I can go anywhere in a fraction of a moment. Now just think of this. You are dreaming, you are on this ground right now. The very next moment you are in the moon. So time space boundary is not there. That's why you are able to create anything just in an instant. But in this realm, you are bound by time and space. That's why you're not able to create it. But in that space, you are creating unconsciously. But the day you realize what Aparauji wrote as self-realization, that when you go through that, then you do the same thing consciously. And that's how you create and you realize all your hidden powers. It's not that you don't have powers. It's not that you have not seen things. It's not that what you saw was not right or wrong. I'm not going into right or wrong in that. I say there are some powers within you that needs invocation, that needs awakening. Once it does, the God will sit and laugh with us. And they will say, we found one more. उषा जी कहते हैं कि इतने कम से नहीं चलेगा, 33 करोड़ बनाते हैं. So we are adding to that one by one. Sanuvaji, what I said today when you go to sleep, okay? Just allow these words of mine to ring in your ears. That
Absolutely.
all that is being created is only created by me, and all that I'm creating with the power that is also within me. I'm not taking any ingredient from outside. I'm just creating it from within. And if all that I'm creating is from within and all the characters that are being created is me, oh my God, am I not that? And in that moment, you will see something beautiful appearing. Your dreams will no more worry you. Your thoughts about your dreams, you will not even think about changing those or rectifying those. You will just be happy, because all these days you didn't knew that you have the power to create, and you were just blown away by the dreams. Today, choose to create your dream. So what are you going to dream tonight? By choice, not by unconsciousness. Through consciousness, you choose it. Try it today. You see, don't accept anything without trying. You just see, Anuvaji, when we go to sweet shops or we go to ice cream shops, we go to chocolate shops, even we say, okay, give me for a tasting. Then only we decide, right? When we taste so many things to take a ice cream, I said, test all these things before you accept that you are God. Go test it. And then you will be amazed by what you create. Because Anuvaji, I know one thing. The one who is beautiful within can never create something ugly. So go find your own inner beauty. Create something amazing. Now the question is, will you? Are you still there?
Yeah, it's
So will you?
a lot for me to process at the moment.
You see, just the thought of it, that you have the power. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I feel great. And
so go, not only feel great, be great now. So this tonight should decide, like you go and you design your dream. And even though there is a term that is there, what is called as sleep management, dream management. But here, you not only become just the person who is dreaming, you also become the architect of your dream. Now, today I'm going to experience this, and this is what I'm going to dream today. Keep that thought to your mind. Give that seed. And while going to sleep, just doze off with that idea in your mind. And you will see that seed transcends into your subconscious and create that dream for you, what you want to see. Go create. Don't wait for a dream to happen. Go create it. That's what I say.
I have something to add here. So when I was in school, I was a very bright and hardworking student. So I used to hardly sleep back then, and sleep used
Anuvaji, your voice is breaking in between. It went off. So when Usha ji आजकल क्या कर रहे हैं, डमरू बजा दे रहे हैं, सुनाई नहीं दे रहा, सुनाई दे रहा. Anuvaji, your voice
Hello?
got cut. Yeah, now we can hear.
Yeah, sorry about that. So, sir, as a kid, I used to be very hardworking in my school days, and I used to hardly sleep, thinking that I'll be wasting out on these many hours towards my studies. But whenever I used to go to sleep, because there was an element of fear, I always used to, I tried to sleep with this intention that I am going to see this tonight in my dream, so that sleep also makes me happy. But maybe eventually, I mean, that's what life does to all of us, that a lot of your dreams, I mean, those are fantasies and those are dreams and they don't come true. So maybe I think I was fearful. I became fearful of dreaming because I knew that they are not going to come true. So I think I was I had that fear of, never dreaming the good things because I knew that they won't come true. But today, what you said, it makes me very, very happy.
So go enjoy. And one more thing, let me kill one more fear within you then. Anuvaji,
Yeah.
you said when you go to sleep, you don't try to dream it because you know that it is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because you are fearful that it is not going to happen, you don't go into such kind of dreams. I said when it is not going to happen, dream anything, na.
Yeah, that's a
I
very
should
good
have
way
a
of looking
problem
at
if
it.
what I am seeing is happening. If it is not going to happen, whatever I dream is just a movie that I saw. And just think of Anuvaji. You are such a great creator, producer, director, actor, singer, dancer that every night you are able to see a new movie. You should enjoy the movie. Go enjoy it. And the best part, you don't have to buy a ticket.
Absolutely. As always, thank you so much, sir.
As
But
always, thank you so much for asking.
yeah, but I mean, now I feel maybe as a kid, was I, spiritually a much better person without even knowing?
Don't worry, Anuvaji. If you are better as a kid, you can become best now. Have you heard
Sure.
anything like any kid who has passed the matriculation and then again went to 5th class?
No.
The person who has graduated and again he was said like you have to go to kindergarten.
No, absolutely
No.
no.
So if you were good in spirituality as a kid, don't worry, that quality never goes. Okay.
Yeah.
So go live happily, enjoy every moment of your life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Janesh ji.
प्रणाम गुरुदेव.
Pranam. Is
सबसे
it
पहले तो हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं उत्कृष्ट नवरात्र की.
चलो माता अभी भी हैं, इसका मतलब घूम रहे हैं आसपास, अभी भी ब्लेसिंग्स भेज रहे हैं. चलो थैंक यू.
एंड कुछ न कुछ तो अच्छे कर्म किए ताकि आपके हाथ से हमें उनका आशीर्वाद मिला.
वो किसी ना किसी का हाथ के जरिए आप तक आशीर्वाद पहुंचा ही देती है. कभी आपकी मम्मी बन के, कभी आपकी बुआ बन के, कभी आपकी बेटी बन के, कभी और किसी की दुआ बन के, कौन सी जाता है?
अच्छा
उसका
गुरुदेव,
देना काम ही है उसका, लाइक शी इज रेडी टू गिव, द ओनली थिंग इज वी शुड बी रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट.
ट्रू, वेरी ट्रू।
कभी कभी जनेश जी, बिफोर यू आस्क, आई want to say something, like they say like God is not giving, God is not doing this, God is not doing that. Has he ever told you that? तो सब सब कहानी हम ही बना लेते हैं, नहीं?
हाँ,
और धोखा बोलते हैं कि उसने धोखा दिया. भाई, धोखा हम अपने आप को दे रहे हैं, उसने कभी मना नहीं किया. वी आर ओनली स्टॉपिंग इट.
एग्जैक्टली कल कल किसी से चर्चा हो रही थी। अगला मेरे को कहता है, सर आपको क्या बोलूं, मेरा एक फ्रेंड है वो गुजर गया, ही वॉज सो हेल्दी, ही डिडंट हैव एनी वाइसेस, ही यूज्ड टू डू एक्सरसाइज, हिज डाइट वाज परफेक्ट, एवरीथिंग वाज परफेक्ट, एंड स्टिल ही डाइड सडन डेथ। आई सेड भाई, ऊपर वाले ने कब आके बोला कि अगर तू ये सब करेगा तो मैं तेरे को मारूंगा नहीं?
जनीश जी, उनको बोला कि इतना हेल्दी भी नहीं रहना चाहिए कि उसको लगे कि जल्दी आ जा.
हाँ। मैं बोला उसने कभी नहीं बोला, ये हम लोगों ने क्रिएट किया है कि अगर ये करेंगे तो जल्दी नहीं मरेंगे, ये करेंगे तो जल्दी मर जाएंगे, ये सब हमारी क्रिएशन है। उसने कभी नहीं बोला कि तेरा टाइम में पीछे लूंगा, आगे लूंगा, ये करूंगा, वो करूंगा। उसने तो
एब्सोल्युटली.
कभी बोला ही नहीं। हाँ, और जिसको उसने बोला है, उसने हमको किसी को नहीं बताया कि उसने मेरे को बोला है। अब देखो, ज्ञानेश्वर अकाल मृत्यु, तुकाराम अकाल मृत्यु, मतलब समाज के जनरल लॉ ऑफ 60 years एंड अबाउ एंड लेंथ, स्वामी विवेकानंद, इवन रामकृष्ण परमहंस विथ कैंसर, ओके, रमन महर्षि, स्वामी दयानंद, लॉट एंड लॉट ऑफ देम। सो अगर स्पिरिचुअलिटी हो या ना हो, अगर आपको लगता है अकाल है, तो किसी को मालूम कि वो लोग वो लेवल पे पहुंच गए कि जब उन्होंने देखा कि अभी मेरा कार्य खत्म हो गया, आई एम एब्सोल्युटली सेटिस्फाइड, दिस लाइफ इज ऑल्सो फैंटास्टिक एंड नाउ आई वांट टू लिव दिस लाइफ। तो हम कभी नहीं बोल सकते कि वो अकाल मृत्यु था, लेकिन हमारे का केस में भी हम क्यों बोले कि ये अकाल मृत्यु है? ये वही मृत्यु है जो मृत्यु है, बस। बट आज का मेरा प्रश्न संदर्भ दूसरा था। अभी रेवती जी से चर्चा विमर्श में जो आपने बताया, गुरुदेव, अलोन जागृत अवस्था में while engaging in the work और engaging in something, कैसे रहना? आपने 2-3 क्रियाएं बताई थी। एक सुख क्रिया, समझो मैं किसी को सुन रहा हूँ तो मैं सुख क्रिया थोड़ी करता हूँ तो वापस थोड़ा सा अपने आप में स्थिर हो जाता हूँ। कभी कभी मंत्र बोल के भी स्थिर हो सकते हैं, लेकिन परपेचुअल अलोननेस कैसे रहना, इसका लिए क्या करूं या क्या मार्गदर्शन?
The same path goes back. And you see, you don't want to go, that's why you ask the question in different ways.
नहीं सर, नहीं गुरुजी, ऐसा नहीं है। मैं अभी जब ध्यान करता हूँ ना, कभी कभी ध्यान में बहुत बढ़िया अंदर उतर जाता हूँ, और कभी कभी वो विचारों को ऑब्जर्व करना पड़ता है। हाँ, ये आया गया, आया गया, आया गया, आया गया, और कभी कभी अपने आप नहीं आते। ये वेरिएशंस ध्यान में होते हैं, आई एक्सेप्ट, नो इशू। लेकिन जागृत अवस्था में अलोन कैसे रहना?
Very good. So let me give you all a very simple, specific example that you might have all seen. Have you seen the hibiscus flower?
हाँ,
मंदार का फूल. रेड कलर का, काली काली माता के ऊपर चढ़ता है ना, हाँ, उसको बोलने से सबको याद आ जाता है। मंदार फूल, हिबिस्कस फ्लावर. You know why those hibiscus flower is kept on Kali? Once I make you understand that, then I will tell you why I took the example of hibiscus flower. You see, the hibiscus flower has 5 petals, which represents Panch Tattvas. So that's why it is devoted to the goddess of creation and destruction as well. That all these 5 elements came out of you. Now I am again giving back to you. You take care of it. So that is one of the reason why we put hibiscus flowers on Kali. And even in Durga Puja also we put that. Any Devi Puja, you see hibiscus flower chalta hai. Now, if you have seen the hibiscus flower, it has 5 petals. It has also a stem-like thing that comes out of it. उसके बीच से एक छोटा सा डंडी जैसा निकलता है, and on that there are pollen grains and all those things, right? While looking at it, have you never understood how to live life? Now let me tell you. You have not seen, that's why I have to tell you. See, these 5 elements are like the 5 elements through which this all the entire world is created, and you are also part of that. But by looking at that, what I learned as a child is, although I am among these 5 elements, I rise beyond that. And when I rise beyond that, I am away. Despite being a part of it, I am not affected by the petals. अपने आप को उस जगह से ऊपर उठाओ. How? You said now you are meditating, you are getting into deeper things. What does that mean? Are you not actually going away from all that place?
Yes.
And when you say like, how should I do it consciously? I said you only get those problems when you are unconscious. In your consciousness, you never get those problems. Check again what I said. I said you only get into those troubles when you are unconscious. Unconsciousness means what? You forgot who you are. That's why you are in trouble. But when you are fully conscious, you will never get into your problem because you already know that nothing touches you.
True.
तो इतने सारे लोग पीछे क्यों खड़े हैं आपके? Why so many people are standing behind you?
There are enough. There are enough. Huge
Can you
crowd.
see? You are carrying them on your head and you are asking me how to remove it from your head. I said, take it, throw it.
True.
Now I have created a dustbin around my head and everybody is putting all the kachra into that. And I say, why is it smelling so? No, I have created dustbin. That's why it is smelling so. Keep a clear board there. Anybody throwing dirt into my head will be prosecuted. No trespassers. Write something like that on your head.
गुरुजी उसमें भी तो लोग ब्लेम करते हैं.
Give a clear, strict instruction because you know when those thoughts are coming. Stand guard and say, mind you, you cannot step into this property. The owner has returned.
लेकिन गुरुजी ये भी कोशिश किया जब मैंने इस तरह से असंग रह के सारा काम करता था.
Okay.
तो मुझे सुनाई क्या मालूम पता है, तेरे को तो कुछ लेना देना ही नहीं है, तेरे चेहरे पे तो कोई एक्सप्रेशन ही नहीं आता है, तू क्यों इस तरह से, मतलब अभी क्या नाटक करने का?
और क्या करने का? कृष्ण क्यों आया था यहाँ पे? और एक बात सच बताओ, नाटक के सिवा आपने किया क्या है आज तक इस संसार में? बताओ. You have been doing all the drama since your childhood. You are not accepting that. Tell me if you have not been doing drama.
Yes, I have been doing.
Then, if you really go back and look at your life, what all you do throughout the day is nothing less than a drama, and all the Oscars should be given to you.
That is true.
क्या हुआ?
I thought, सही बात है. I thought few days ago, I thought that somebody is receptive enough, having a larger uh, क्या बोलते बुद्धि प्रतिभा एंड ऑल दैट एंड अगर अगर समझो अभी आज मुझे आपसे आप ही के बारे में कुछ कहना है तो सबसे अच्छी चीज है कि मैं आपके ही के बारे में आपसे ही बात करूं ना इंस्टेड ऑफ instead of being a diplomatic, if you and I have a very good relationship, जो मैं आज बिलीव करता हूँ है, ताकि मैं आंख बंद करके मांगता हूँ कि गुरुजी इसको
Even
इसके अंदर
even
मुझे
even
सहाय
Janesh
करना.
ji, even Janesh ji, which relationship? Which Janesh?
With Janesh,
Who?
the named Janesh.
Whose?
जब
किसका
जनेश बन
नाम?
के
किसके
जाता
बारे
है,
में बात कर रहे हो? About whom are we talking actually? Can you
जब
see
ये
that
बन के
fellow which we are talking is doesn't exist?
True.
It only exists in pen and paper, and I believe myself to be that. Then if you believe that that pen and paper is true, write that name on a paper, burn it, and see if you burn with it.
I don't.
You won't. That means that's not the reality. और दूसरी बात, मैं अगर कुछ भी आपके मुंह के अंदर रख के उसको निकाल दूं, आप उस खाने को क्या कहोगे? इफ आई पुट सम फूड इनटू योर माउथ एंड ब्रिंग इट आउट, आप उसे क्या कहोगे? खाना
झूठा.
झूठा हो गया.
Yeah.
क्यों कहते हैं झूठा हो गया? जानते हो? क्योंकि इससे खाली झूठ ही निकलता है, और जो भी झूठ के संस्पर्श में आता है वो झूठा हो जाता है. तो बताइए कौन सा सच बात कहा है आपने? What have you spoken truth through your mouth? You have always been speaking lies. झूठा का मतलब क्या होता है? लाए होता है ना. इन हिंदी
सही.
झूठ का मतलब लाए, झूठा, द पर्सन हु इज लाइंग.
Absolutely.
तो जो कुछ मैं बोलता हूं वो झूठ है, जो कुछ मैं दिखता हूं वो झूठ है. अगर ये चमड़ी निकाल दूं ना ऊपर की, इफ आई रिमूव द स्किन, am I? You cannot look at this fellow. That means I have just put a layer on it and you are able to see me and you say, oh, you look good today. Below that, so that's not my reality. What I appear is not my reality. What I speak is not my reality. What I am seeing is also not a reality. Then what is reality? Nothing except the one who is seeing it. And that who is seeing is neither born, neither has any relative, neither is doing any acting, neither is worried. अब मैंने क्या किया जानते हो? You play that snake ladder and all those things, na? You at times you are happy, you are climbing stairs. At times you are sad, the snake has eaten you up. I say close it. Now tell me if any ladder can take you somewhere, or any. And that too, funny part, Janesh ji, if you play also, you know it can only go till 100, not beyond that.
True.
Is that what you are? Only till 100. So go beyond, close the game. But act as if you are playing. Then your life becomes a playful act, not a dreadful act, not a toiling act, not a worried act. Just play. I said, Janesh ji, you should play so well that God should come to give you an award. क्या खेला तू, क्या निभाया रोल तूने. कृष्ण भी आके कहे कि मेरे से बेटर रोल तूने निभाया है. You have played a better role than me. That should be a award winning situation. कहाँ ये रोतलू के जैसे रो रो के अरे जीवन में ये है वो है. What? Are we so downgraded side actors? Don't be a side actor in your own life story, Janesh ji. Be the main lead. Don't forget your place. Can you see? When you are conscious, you are happy. When you are unconscious, you are sad.
True.
So what is the way out? Be conscious. You see, you should not be comparing your life like it was good yesterday, today it is miserable. I have seen this. Suma ji, people go on and say that Arey, my life was better yesterday, today it is miserable, tomorrow it is going to be more miserable. Hello, don't compare that kind of life. I say, tomorrow my life was this, today I am much better than this. I am much closer in my walk. I am much closer to the divine today. Yesterday, I was a little far. Today, I have come closer to it. I am going closer every single day. I am not passing my day. My life is not ending. I am coming closer to the divine. मेरी मृत्यु नहीं आ रही, मुझे लेने वो भगवान आ रहा है. Live. Don't die until the divine embraces you. Now tell me you have problem. This is consciousness. And in this moment, you are not thinking about anything else but the divine. See? This is how you should live your life. जाओ खेलो, फिर घूम फिर के मेरे पास फिर आ जाना.
आऊंगा.
Because you don't want me to go, na. So you will come again and again and again and again and again. तो लीला चलती रहे.
हाँ, ये बात तो पक्की है.
So will you get an award or not?
हाँ.
For acting as Janesh Shah, lifetime award.
Yes.
Signed by Vishnu, approved by Brahma, given by Shiva.
Yes. Shiva is in front of me. Vishnu is conducting the
Zoom meeting, huh?
session, Zoom meeting. And there are so many Brahmas. There are so many Brahmas. As a matter of fact,
All
how
that you
many
see,
are
all that happened. So all these things vanish. What thing we are crying about?
43 Brahmas are there.
So thank you, Janesh ji. I believe I answered your question. I tried.
No, answered. Actually.
Thank you. Now you know what I did. I pressed a button called mute. And I muted you. What does that mean? It's not about the Zoom that has that option. Even the same option appears when you are conscious. Thank you. सुधा जी, बहुत देर से आपकी हाथ उठा के रखें, हाथ में दर्द हो गया होगा, जल्दी बोलिए.
प्रणाम गुरुदेव.
नहीं प्रीति जी, अच्छा है कि डिजिटल हैंड है, नहीं तो हाथ उठा के रखे तो. ओके सुधा जी.
गुरुदेव ये बताइए, मेडिटेशन में और ये जो ड्रीम है, इन दोनों में फर्क क्या है?
मेडिटेशन में और
जो हम सपना देखते हैं, दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या है?
हाँ, बहुत बहुत सही सवाल है सुधा जी. अगर आप वो सीख गए तो आपका सपना भी मेडिटेशन हो जाएगा.
कैसे? जैसे हम सपने में हर चीज हमारा क्रिएशन होता है, इसका मतलब मेडिटेशन में भी जो कुछ होता है वो हमारा क्रिएशन ही होता है.
वेरी गुड.
खुद ही क्रिएट करते हैं उसको.
मेडिटेशन तो काम ही वही है कि आपको ये सिखा दे कि आप ही क्रिएट कर रहे हो. काम ही वही है कि सब भूल जा, क्या बना क्या नहीं बना, क्या दिखा क्या नहीं दिखा. whatever you saw, whatever you created is not what your focus should be. Your focus should be who is creating. यही नहीं देख पाते. We see everything what we created, we don't see the creator himself who is sitting and creating. And if you find the creator who is sitting and creating, your meditation is done. No need of meditating. You have become that now. Some people, Sudhaji was asking, like you say you should take us home, take us home, take us home. Now, how do you know the way? I simply said, because I am the home. You are the home.
अगर हम सब वही हैं तो हम खोज क्या रहे हैं फिर?
कुछ नहीं.
किस चीज की सर्च कर रहे हैं?
बहाना.
अच्छा, जैसे मेडिटेशन में मान लीजिए हमने ये देखा है, कोई भी योगी है या कुछ भी है ब्लेसिंग देने आ रहे हैं, ये सब हमारा क्रिएशन है.
Now,
कुछ भी सच्चाई नहीं होती.
Now let me tell you one thing. Are you breathing?
Yes.
ये भी भ्रम हो सकता है.
ये तो भ्रम
You are
कैसे हो
not
सकता है?
breathing. Breath is happening to you. Now just think of if Pranit thinks and breathes. For many times he will forget to breathe. Right, Rajan? If you have to consciously breathe, how many of you will breathe consciously throughout the day? Breath is happening to you.
Yes.
Similarly, when it happens in a natural way, not with my imagination, then it appears. Second thing, when you are seeing certain kind of things in your meditation, those are not imagination, neither creation, those are indication. Just like I traveling on my way, I saw a board, Delhi, 1200 kilometers. It is not Delhi. It is an indication that I am on my path. It's an indication that you are on your path to Delhi and it is 1200 kilometers away. Then I cross over another 100 kilometers. Another board appeared. It again says Delhi. Shall I stop because it is written Delhi there?
No.
I should be intelligent enough to understand that this is not Delhi, but it is a milestone which is guiding me to reach Delhi. Right? Now, if I give you a map and I just give you a A4 size map and I say, cross your finger from Lakshadweep to Kashmir. How much time will you take? You just rub your hand
Just
over
movement,
it.
yes.
Because it is just an indication, it's not the reality. But by looking at that, you can still calculate how far I have to go if I travel in reality. So those are blueprints, maps, those who have been provided, and they appear in order to tell you that you are in the right path. 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 Continue walking. Continue walking. At times they come to applaud you. At times they come to cheer for you. At times they come to hold your hand and pull you. At times they come because those cannot be created. So when you are seeing that, you obviously know one thing, Sudhaji. I don't have to teach you how to breathe. I don't have to teach you how to digest the food. I don't have to tell you. When you wake up from a dream, you already know it was a dream. But when you experience all these people, you know it was not a dreaming. So why should I tell you how to? I just say those are indications. जब सो के उठते हो आपको पता नहीं चलता कि मैं सपना देख रही थी, लेकिन क्या वैसा ही लगता है जब आप ध्यान से उठते हो? नहीं वैसा तो so you have your own answer. I'm just saying that those come as an indication, but that cannot be your imagination. और वैसे भी इमेजिन करते करते लोग पागल हो गए हैं, इमेजिन करते करते दरिद्र हो गए हैं, इमेजिन करते करते पेन में चले गए हैं. People just by imagining, they have gone created a miserable life. What is going to happen to me 2 years? What is going to happen to me after 10 years? What is going to happen to my business? What is going to happen to my kids? Yes or no? Is this reality or it's just an imagination? If you can become miserable while thinking like a misery person, why can't you become better with your imagination? Even if you're imagining God, I say still better, because let me give you a very harsh statement. If you think like dog, you become a dog. If you think like God,
become a God.
What do you choose? I choose the latter one. I always choose the God word. So choose. And if my choosing makes me a dog, and in my choosing it makes me a God, that means the power is with me. The only thing is my choice is making me that. इच्छा शक्ति मेरी काम कर रही है. शक्ति तो मुझ में है, मेरी इच्छा शक्ति भी है मुझ में. So go enjoy the company of those beautiful souls. Don't doubt it.
थैंक यू गुरुदेव.
नहीं तो किसी दिन डंडा लेके आएंगे, 2 चढ़ेगा, फिर लगेगा कि नहीं नहीं सच में थे. These were not my imagination. When they hit you with sticks, I say like God should actually come with sticks, Umaji. You know why? People always doubt whether God has come or not. Did I saw the vision of God or not? Was I imagining? No, he should come with a stick and give 2 thrashing on you. So when you wake up, you see the marks on your hand and say, no, God was there. I'm actually recommending. I'm doing a lobby for that. I said, no, you should come and hit them so that they will know that you came.
थैंक यू गुरुदेव.
Thank you. Thank you, Sudhaji. Oh, कहते ना अपाराव जी, वो लातों के भूत बातों से नहीं मानते. तो मैं भी कभी कभी कहता हूँ, those who don't understand the language of word, you should kick them hard. So the God should come and kick you hard two times, and then you should realize, oh नहीं लगा. अच्छा लगा मतलब मारा है, पक्का है. Means you believe only in your pains, right? But the happiness when you get within, by seeing that, you are not believing your happiness. So the pain has taken upper hand in our lives. Fear has taken upper hand in our lives. The world has taken the upper hand in our lives. That's why we don't believe in those happiness, divinity, and my liberation. Yes or no? So I say reverse that. When you are seeing something and you are happy, accept, yes, I'm feeling happy means this should be the truth. What is uplifting should be the truth. What is taking me closer to my own self should be the truth. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for your beautiful questions and I don't know what kind of answers can I call them. Laughing answers, beating answers, threatening answers, easy answers, tough answers, I don't know. But thank you for your patience. Thank you for being there. So till we meet again on the coming Sunday, thank you so much for being here. And remember to stay God and be God. Aham Brahmasmi. And today Pranit is going to sing a song because Hari Bhai is not around. Yes, Pranit, please go ahead. You want to recommend somebody's name? Please tell Rajanji or Sumaji, something like that. Sumaka, very good. So on Pranit's demand. Yeah. So if nobody does that, I will for sure ask Rajanji to sing and every one of you will go to sleep. Sahi hai na, Rajanji? No, he sings so well that you will go to sleep. बोर से सो नहीं जाओगे, मैं वो नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. You always take in the wrong way. So Sumaji. And now Sumaji is recommending another's name. This is what happens. I ask you one thing. When God stands in front of you and he says, now you have to sing for me. Then he says, no, Deva. Please say Deepika to sing. This is what he will do. Words will not come. Sing silently. Just sit and you say, I'm singing. Are you able to hear me? Chalo, will not put you into trouble in any way. Let me unmute someone. So if they are good enough. She has unmuted. So Alibaji,
Mahadev.
end the show.
पता नहीं आप you get it. This was for Janesh ji, what he brought up and the way this session also went.
देख रहे हो जनेश जी, आप क्वेश्चन पूछते पूछते उन्होंने गाना लिख दिया है.
नहीं नहीं ये था पहले से, ये आज फिट हो गया और मेरा सपना भी पूरा हो जाएगा.
So yes, the gods are here to fulfill your dreams anyways.
So in the grace of our Mahadev, and this English is only for Shiv Guruji. I'm trying to express.
So good, good. So Shiva Guruji, for your sake, she has translated it in English evening.
ओ महादेव मेरे, आप कई रूप में नित्य दिन मेरे जीवन में आते हैं. निद्रा टूटी तो ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में स्मरण होते हैं.
1 second na. Shiva Guruji is still trying to find English in that.
I will translate and share.
Acha, okay. Go ahead.
So let me try. Oh Mahadev, you come to our lives in many different forms. We open our eyes, and in that Brahma Muhurt, you appear in front of us. The sun rises, and the sprinkle of the sun rays through you reaches all. We feel thirsty. The gentle water that reaches us has your unforgettable memory. If in this life the sun rays become intolerable, then you bring the umbrella, the roof above us for each one of your devotees. Sometimes you become the Arjun and you ask those questions, and then you are the Krishna who shares the Gita Sar in the very next moment. You become Parvati and you ask, what is the Shiv Vigyan? And then you become the Shiva. And the same moment you unveil the entire secret of this Mahagyan. Sometimes it is Deepika ji, Suma ji, Aditi ji, Sudha ji, Rashmi ji, Anubha ji, Usha ji, Vidya ji, Jhansi ji, and you appear. And then you are sometimes Rajan ji, Shiv Guru ji, Mahakal ji, Praneet ji, Aparav ji, Chandra Prakash ji, and you appear. You give this sanskar in these satsangs, and then just so that the vibration and the energy doesn't come down, every Wednesday you open doors for us to ask our curiosity to you. And along with you, you get so many Shivs, the Bhairavs, the Bhairavis, and you know what? The Narayan himself. Oh Mahadev, you do come to our lives in so many forms, Mahadev. Mahadev, Mahadev, Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev.
Thank you.
I tried, Mahadev.
Thank you. Thank you. Kudos to your speed, fast translation also. Yes, exactly. Aparauji, especially when she starts speaking, she is in another zone. The more and more she says Mahadev, 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 she goes into that. So, thank you everyone. Thank you, Alivaji. Thank you each and everyone for being here today. And we will meet soon. Till we meet, go play well. Do some great drama. And remember, you should get the award from the divine himself. Thank you so much. Aham Brahmasmi.